and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia on the Lawrencia TV, a channel that celebrates ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So please subscribe, like, share, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post new content. So for today's episode, we're going to be talking about men and their exes. Yes, so this conversation started on Twitter when a Twitter user, Adewale Omoba, he said, "I am still very much in love with the last babe I dated before marrying my wife. It should have been her, but her mother was vehemently against her marrying outside Catholic. She's everything I ever wanted that my wife isn't." So when people started coming for him, he went on to say that these streets can't take men sharing their stories. We are always expected to keep quiet about them. My marriage is very much intact. I love my wife, children, and mother more than anything else in this world. Learning to live happily every day. So, this is the tweet that has everybody talking, that has a lot of people sharing their stories, especially men, because women are always, very easy to share our stories. It's easy for a woman to say that she's still in love with her ex. Most times we attribute women behavior to, oh, she's still hung over on her ex, or she's stigmatized, or she's this, she's still in love with her first boyfriend, she's in love with him because he disvirgined her. There are so many conversations in terms of women and their feelings, but most times the men, nobody talk about these things. But the reality is men are even more a lot of people are coming out now to say that they are still very much in love with their ex. The guys, the men are coming out, especially married men. They are coming out to say that they're still very much in love with their exes, and some of them give reasons why they were not married. In fact, one of the guys came out to say that he dated his ex for over 10 years and they terminated about 7 different pregnancies, and he didn't give a reason why they didn't get married. But he is saying that she is now married with children, he is married with children, that he knows that he's still very much in love. The feelings are still there, regardless of distance, regardless of whether he's married or not, that he's still in love with this ex. And she basically gave birth, she called him to say that, oh, this child would have been yours. So these things are happening on a daily basis. But do we really want to hear these things? If you're in a relationship, do you really want to hear that your husband or your partner is still in love with their exes? Maybe they dated somebody that knows how to cook very well and they are bombarding you on a daily basis about your cooking skills, telling you to improve and all that. Or maybe their ex is maybe fair in complexion and you're a bit dark. Toke Makinwa, by the way, came out to say that she bleached her skin because of her boyfriend, her then husband at the time, because his ex was a bit fair and he was always going back to the ex then. So she felt maybe because she was a bit darker, that is why the husband preferred the ex. She said she went the extra mile to bleach her skin so that, the husband could leave the ex and follow her. Did it work? No. What happened was that the ex, when she was now fair enough, when she was now yellow for four, the husband then proposed, married her, and it wasn't even up to 2 weeks after the marriage, she realized that her husband had already impregnated the ex. They had a son, a whole child. They had a whole child. When he was planning all this marriage, the ex was already pregnant with, their child, and he went ahead to marry Toke Makinwa. That was when the whole thing ended. And then he went back to the ex. So it's sometimes we think it is only women that sneak back. Most time when we talk about paternity test, it is always women going back to their ex. It is always women going back to their ex to, have one last final goodbye stuff and then they get pregnant, and then they give birth to their child in their husband's house. But the reality is, these women are also sleeping with men who are also in love with them. So it's not like, oh, you're just sleeping with somebody that you just met on the streets that doesn't have any feeling for you. I mean, for a man to sleep with a married woman, then he must, like, he has thrown caution to the wind. I mean, men are, in fact, when a man is in love, it's even more dangerous. When a man is in love, it is even more dangerous, because they don't get over it. They don't get over it. And on the other hand, if a man is happy to sit his wife down to tell her, well, my ex used to do this, do that for me, I want you to do the same. I want you to match that same energy from my ex. And you're expecting her to do that, knowing that when you married her, you left your ex to marry this person who you know is not your ex. They obviously have differences, but you want her to turn to your ex, to basically embody your ex for you to be happy. Now, the reality is, this woman also have an ex. Your girlfriend or your partner also have an ex. What if they wake up one day to tell you, you know what, my ex had a 6 inches cassava and you only have a 2 inches cassava. I want you to measure up to that. I want you to measure up to that for us to be happy. See, we cannot all have what we want. There are certain things that you have to, as long as you have an ex, there's a reason why they are exes. There is a good reason why that person is your ex. So if you're meeting somebody new, regardless of how big the cassava is, regardless of how, whatever she was doing to you at that point in time, and then you meet somebody new, you have to start all over again, clean slate, and start with that person. Easy? No, it's not easy. It's not easy, because if she's enjoying 6 inches cassava and now you have 2 inches, she has to manage it. She will have to manage it. So whatever you were enjoying with your ex, I'm talking to the men now, whatever you were enjoying with your ex and now you're with a new partner, don't even try to change that person to behave like your ex. If it's for the better, I mean, you can make suggestion in terms of how your partner can improve. But don't do it just because you want to change her to be like somebody that she is not. If we're going to be completely open and talk about these things, comparing our ex with our new partners, maybe you just come and you tell me, well, your ex used to massage you this way, that way, I have to massage you the same way. And I'm telling you, listen, my ex has 6 inches. You have 2. You have to look for ways to measure up. So that man will not survive it. He will die of depression. He will have high blood pressure. He will be hospitalized. In fact, he will go mad. He will go mad. So why do you want to do that to your partner, or why do you want to do that to your wife, when you know that if this woman open up and tell you about her own ex, you will not take it? Definitely you will not take it. I mean, we're not saying it is good that men are coming out to actually open up, because most times these are the reasons why some men have girlfriends. These are some of the reasons why men have side chicks. I mean, it's just like the chicken and egg kind of conversation, where a man is actually being open to say that for me not to cheat, for me not to have a girlfriend outside, this was what my ex was doing to me or for me that I like, and I want you to continue doing those things to me or for me. Now, if that woman says no, or gets angry that why would you even compare me with your ex? Why would you tell me what your ex is doing to you or was doing to you? Then that man probably may go out to get a girlfriend or a side chick who is going to do all those things to him or for him. I think it just depends on how you're delivering that information. If you're saying it with love, like, okay, I like this, I like that, and don't even put your ex in that. Don't put your ex in that equation. Let's just remove the word ex. Don't bring your ex into it. You can sit down and talk to your wife, or sit down and talk to your partner. You can say, these are the things that I like, and I would like us to try these new things. And if she, maybe he did. Maybe he tried having that conversation and she was not having it. And a lot of men are on this table. A lot of men have exes that they cannot leave alone. In fact, some exes are saving marriages. Some exes are saving marriages. If they open their mouth to say, okay, half of married people will no longer be married. So let us just be. Yes, it is good for men to open up and talk about their feelings, talk about their wants, talk about their needs, instead of going out there to get a girlfriend, get a side chick. But at the same time, you have to be mindful of your delivery. You mustn't package it in such a way that it will hurt the person that you're trying to talk to. So communication. Communication is one of the biggest problems that we have, but we just have to find ways. Put yourself in that person's shoe. If you are happy for that person to walk up to you and tell you that their ex had 6 inches and you having 4 inches, she wants you to measure up to that 6 inches. If you will be happy to hear that kind of conversation, if you'll be happy to hear that her ex is better in certain ways than you are, and she's wanting you to do exactly what her ex was doing to her, then if you're happy with that, then I think have that conversation. Tell her about your ex. Tell her everything that your ex was doing to you or for you. And, let's see how that house survive. So thank you very much for watching today's episode. Let me hear your comments in the comment section. Are you still attached to your ex? Do you have a new partner that you wish will change to be your ex? Or do you have an ex that you say to Fiakwa, hey, God forbid, I would never, no matter what, I would never, regardless of whatever this person is doing, I can never compare that with my new partner. If you're the type that wants your ex back, or if you're the type that wants to change your new love to your ex, let me hear your comments in the comment section. Let me hear your views. I'd like to know that. So please give this video a thumbs up, like, share, and then see you same time whenever I come by. Bye-bye.